Hey, namaste. How's it going? Okay, so today's vlog I have been resisting doing because all this junk is coming up, all this sort of shame, guilt, embarrassment is coming up, and today's the day. Today's the day that I'm going to create this vlog and spread this message. And it's for the women especially, but I know that it's for men and women alike. And I want to share with you something that I bought myself recently that I'm overjoyed with. And it's called a moon cup. And it's an alternative to tampons and pads. And it's obviously a reusable cup that you use every month during your period. So some of you are probably using these already, because I know I had a couple friends who had mentioned it before, and it never really kind of like settled in, and then I started to get this like annoyance, this sort of like regular thing that was annoying me about the fact that why do women in a culture where women are half of the population, why do women have to buy tampons or really buy anything that is in essence meant to hide the fact that we have a period? And then the fact that I've been so chuffed with it, I've been so happy using my moon cup and just been like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. And I think it cost maybe like £15 or something like that, but this could be technically like a lifetime investment. But I do, on a kind of like socioeconomic level, don't think it doesn't quite sit right that women have to pay for their feminine products when you can't help but be a female, and you can't really help but have a period. So this brought up loads of stuff around equality issues and all that kind of stuff in our society. But more importantly for me, so I'm really happy about this, and I wanted to do like a picture and post a picture of me with the moon cup and then just add something. And I didn't, because I felt ashamed. I was like, ooh, gross. You know, people won't want to see my moon cup, or people won't want to be reminded about the female period and all this kind of stuff. And so and then I was like, oh, but look at that shame, look at that embarrassment, the embarrassment of our periods, and the fact that as a culture and a society we just pretend it's not there. You know, it's like when girls have cramps, or girls have feminine or female related kind of bloating or cramping or a headache or something, oh, just take a painkiller, just take a pill, pretend it isn't there. And then this goes to the broader aspect of like back in the day when women would retreat, and there'd be like moon circles, or there'd be like gatherings where women would let themselves bleed and come together and actually, like, I don't know, allow their inner wisdom to come forth. Because I know it's not hysteria, and it's not crazy, and it's not necessarily mood swings. It's the fact that my mindset shifts slightly, and I almost become hyper aware, and I become really, really intuitive. And in a culture that doesn't respect that, in a culture that doesn't allow that space in the natural cycle, of course, if I'm in a resistant, or if I don't have time to just sit with what is, then I'll get irritable. I'll get annoyed. I'll often feel like I really don't want to be around people. And my partner, my boyfriend, being the one person who's always going to be around, he'll feel it the most. Now we're getting better as a couple, because we're sort of, month by month, week by week, we're openly communicating a little bit more. And this is why it all came up, because I was explaining this to him. I said, it's okay. Things can feel a bit heightened around this time. Usually for me, pre-menstrual time is like, thing can be building up. You can usually tell, if it's a as if it's a big release, if there's lots of stuff coming up for release and to let go. And I told him about this, that, you know, in pagan societies, or I'm not, don't quote me on that, in pagan societies, women would, you know, retreat from, I guess, the mass or from the community, and go together or go alone. And I don't know, ceremony, ritual, whatever happened, but it makes such sense to me that, oh, I want to be around other women. I want to be able to express what's going on inside and the insights that are coming through, because during that time specifically, I don't think that men understand, and I think they can, but if I don't understand, how am I going to be able to share what's going on? And I think other women can help each other with that regard, and then we can educate men, we can educate our partners and our sons and stuff more harmoniously about what actually goes on inside our bodies at this time of month, and why we might need a couple days off work, or why we might need to go away for a few days. And again, this is sort of as a society, as a community, for us to actually come together and start talking more openly. And this has been coming up a lot in my circling, and just generally in life, and what I'm being guided to is, you must talk about this now, because not only did I kind of want to share and talk about it, I stopped myself for like the last month, because I was ashamed of like talking about my period. It's gross. Nobody wants to hear about it. And here I am, because I know that actually on a broader level, this is really important that women start talking about what goes on inside their bodies, how they feel about it. And as a society, should women really have to pay for tampons? Or should every prepubescent or every teenage girl, when they get their period, should they all be given one moon cup for free? And should they be able to have a replacement for free? Not that I would want the Moon Cup company to go out of business, because I think they're providing a beautiful service. But I think as a collective, whether or not a service like this could be funded by the government, because right away that is an economic disservice to the females in our culture, who have to pretend to hide their periods and just get on with the day and get on with the week. And right there, I think about, you know, spending 2 or 3 quid or 5 quid every single month during the majority of my adult life. Hello, like that's a disservice. That's right there, where women get a hit as far as making money, saving money, and all that goes. And that's not you know, those things will iron themselves out over time. But I thought I'd share that one with you, because it was kind of a big one, and I could really sense that. I'm like, oh my gosh, this needs to be more openly discussed with female communities. And I know that stuff goes on, but there's still this shame. There's still this like hidden like burden that I know a lot of women carry about going to like red tent ceremonies and things like this that are re-emerging in the collective. And I don't know whether or not that's something that I might want to do for myself at some point, or if I want to set something else up, or if I just really want to open this discussion and be able to talk to like young women, or any women about that subject, about like, why don't we talk about it? What's the issue, and can we get over, and can we help to educate each other? Because I feel strongly that this topic naturally is going to lead us to the topic of sex, and the topic of sexual power, and the fact that, again, as a society, at least the societies I grew up in and have lived in, we kind of don't talk about it. we demonize porn like it's the worst thing ever, and yet we're all unconsciously really learning how to have sex from porn, unless we've got really evolved parents who are really kind of open about and know and have that awareness themselves about their sexuality, and about how they engage with sexual partners. And I know I have a pretty, you know, it's a it's not harmonious. My past with sex is not harmonious. It's confused and chaotic. And I know that this is still, this is something to heal. This is something to allow to heal within me. But, you know, facing these little shames or these little guilts that I have about being a woman and being a female creature on this planet, or a female human, I think it's worth discussing. So let me know what you think or how you feel about your period, and maybe if as a collective together that we can speak more openly and honestly about it, and we can really bulldoze those limiting beliefs or those little pockets of shame that we have, and we can help to educate from the light. We can help to educate ourselves and our communities around how we can overcome this, and how we can re-embrace the feminine cycle, and how we can use the wisdom that comes through women during that time of the month, and how we can use that to actually help harmonize and create more balance in this world. Because I feel like if we're not honoring those natural cycles, we are naturally going to be out of balance. Nature, we see it has these cycles, and these cycles are always in a harmony and in balance. And so if we really want to be in harmony and balance, we need to allow our natural cycles to be what they are, and not be in denial, and certainly not be in embarrassment or shame around them. And if you haven't already, go buy yourself a moon cup, because they are so awesome. I never have to buy tampons or pads again. It's amazing. Have a great day. Peace out.
All to love. All to love.